Hello. Can you guys see me and hear me right now? Sorry, I am a few minutes late. Um, I just got off of Zoom with Miley of Smiley Time and Smiley Walk Tours. Just did an interview with her, so apologies for being late. I hope you guys understand. Just things kind of ran a bit late. Okay, let me see here. Is that okay? We'll do it this way. Right there. Miley time. Okay. Sorry. A little bit out of sorts. Hope you guys don't mind. Thank you guys for being patient. But yeah, if you are out there, if you can let me know if things are okay, if you can hear me all right, that would be great. I hope there aren't any issues right now. So, yeah. Okay, you can hear me. Great. Hey, what's going on, David? Thank you for joining. It is what, Sunday morning for you guys. So, um, what is currently gaining altitude? What's up, my man? My bro? Yeah. As I said, I just finished interviewing Miley. If you guys remember Miley, I interviewed her at the Day of Mage show back in May, because it's June now. So May 10th. It's been a few weeks, but we have been wanting to interview her, right? Miley Watanabe. Miley, what's going on, Michael? Miley Watanabe. Okay. Um, this live stream will have to be a little bit short because I also have to, it's been really busy and hectic. But Bestie is awesome. But I also need to speak with Sara from Hades about some stuff. Um, so, okay, here we go. I think it's week 10 of being in Tokyo. It could be 11. I didn't check. I thought it was 10, but I could be wrong. Oh, what's going on, Dave? I hope you're feeling all right. Now, let me just break down really quickly week 10 in Tokyo, and generally it really comes down to the weekends because during the weekdays I am at work. The exceptions are all right, man. Um, the exceptions are when I get a day off, which is coming up next Wednesday because of the Warning Bandmate show at Extra Pongi, which is going to be a really cool show. And I think I mentioned last time, but two members of the Korean cover band for Bandmate, Band Aid, will be there. I invited them because there have been extra tickets, so they'll be attending the show with me, and I'm really excited about that. That is June 12th. Ah, very cool. Thank you so much. That was really fun. We haven't talked to him for a while. So let me just break down quickly first what happened this past weekend. What's on, Kevin? Now, this weekend was. What's up, Peter? This weekend was kind of rare because I ended up going to two shows. One last night at Kichijoji Crescendo, which is a 35-minute bike ride, more or less, to see Let It Out Lelia. But I also went to Shinjuku Anti-Knock this morning afternoon. The show started at 11 a.m. to see Let It Out Lelia. Now, last night at Crescendo Kichijoji, or Kichijoji Crescendo, there were three bands that played. First up was Let It Out Lelia. Second was Arc Royal. And then third was Amai Dantodai. Amai Dantodai, or Sweet Guillotine. And I'll break down why exactly I decided to see two shows back to back of the same band. I don't think I've mentioned that frequently Let Out Leria but they are a band and they are a group of girls that I really, really enjoy just seeing perform and just talking with because they're just such sweethearts. Um, oh, Pablo, yeah. So Lydia are these four girls from an area in Kyushu, which is the same area. Hey, what's going on, Jeff? The same area that Miku is from, Kumamoto, but they're from an area called Miyazaki. And there are two albums they've put out, Taste All and Hybrid L. Um, I really, really love both of these albums, and they're quite different. Um, Taste Them All is, I would say, hmm, tour DVDs. Behind the, yeah. So okay, let's let's just get into this. Okay. Sorry. Again, I can't talk too long because I do have to talk to Sara about some stuff. Hey, what's going on? Wandering Souls. Okay, so I really love these girls. I love their music. I love their energy. I think they are like absolutely fantastic performers. It's crazy because I think the average height is probably like 5'1", maybe 5'2". That's like 100, anywhere from 150 to 153 centimeters. Um, they're all really petite, but I think they're just so fantastic and so exciting. Again, I love their music. I love their musicality. I love their melodies. And it's just, I love their vocals. What's crazy is that all four of them sing. Um, the primary singer is Minaho, who is rhythm slash lead guitar. Kana is the lead guitarist. Momo is the bassist. And then Narumi is the drummer. And they're all fantastic. And I told them this, and I think I also mentioned on my Twitter, but there's this athleticism to the way that they perform. And it's interesting. Yeah, yeah, there you go. L has more like old school hard rock to it, the flavor I would say. Um, and then Taste Them All, it's a mix. Yeah, there's a mix of genres. When I listened, there were a couple of songs that sounded a bit industrial. I think one time I mentioned that it was like Bjork singing over Nine Inch Nails on one of their songs. Um, yeah, back in Osaka, it was back in the day, back last year. But I hadn't seen them since September of last year. They played at a show that Bad Bubble performed at. I forget who else was on the bill. And then prior, I first saw them last year in May, which was a really great show because it had Let It Out Lelia, it had Dull Parts, it had um, Saiseiga, and it had this really cool two-piece band called Schizoid Man. I don't mention them that much either, but I really like them a lot. Really interesting band, and great performance. And there was one other band, I don't remember their name. They didn't quite grab me, so I'm leaving it at that. But since I hadn't seen them in such a long time, and they're touring often, but not always in Tokyo, so I felt like I had to see as much of them as possible. Um, because who knows when I'll see them again. They are back in Tokyo next month, but they'll be performing on a Wednesday. On a Wednesday. Um, so I can't go because of work. And I don't remember. Um, but yeah, like the girls, the performance is pretty wild. Like the dress, there's, I don't know why or if this is the right band to sort of connect it with. It's kind of weird, but they remind me of Van Halen. Not musically, but they remind me of Van Halen in their energy. Um, And I think sort of their attire doesn't look like them, but it's very colorful. It's a lot of different things, a lot of different styles. Um, and they're just a hell of a lot of fun. Like one of the things that I realized is that a person's personality really shines on stage. It may not be the persona or the personality that you see in conversation with them, but they have that potential. Like for example, I guess for me, like thinking of Minaho, and she's the one I think I connect with the most. I usually do with like lead singers. But her energy, her smile, her just enthusiasm, just like you just feel it. You feel the positivity, you feel the energy, you feel the sweetness, and you topped it off with like just amazing musicianship, and it's just fantastic. So I really was happy to see them last night and this afternoon as well. I had asked prior if I could interview them. Due to the label that they're under, they were unable to. But when they put out new material, a new album, possibly end of the year, maybe next year, they did say that I could probably get an interview with them then. So then I asked if I could take photos for them, which I did. So if you take a look on our community page, I did post a few of them from last night, and then I also sent them quite a few photos earlier today. So, but it's really interesting. Um, the show I kind of want to talk about to today is the show that I saw today. It was at Shinjuku Antinock, and the name itself has really been precious to me simply because Bandmate had played there. And there's just, I don't know, there's something about Shinjuku, there's something about Bandmate, there's something about the red and black checkerboard floors that I saw in photos from, back in the day. And going there was really cool. Uh, for Let It Out Letia, they have a few different colors and styles. I didn't get any because I just can't afford it. This sounds weird. This is the first show that I've paid for in a long time because Hades wasn't there. I was like, that's right, that's right. This is how it works. Paying for tickets and buying drinks. So grateful, grateful that I'm friends with Hades. But yeah, being in the venue, you could just, I don't know, there's certain places you go to, you can sort of feel, you can feel it, you know? You can feel the history. And then it was also really cool. Yeah, Tim Race has played there. I've been unable to attend because they played on weekdays the last couple times I think they were here. Um, and then Gungide is another band that I really, really, really want to see live. I saw their posters up on the wall, and it's just nice to see posters of bands that you really love. And I'm really hoping I get to see them perform at some point there and to interview them at some point as well. So, like last week, getting to meet Nana for the first time and talk to her a bit and just share how much I love just her vocals and her lyrics was really exciting. Um, uh, I don't know that I don't know. You can ask them. I was too busy. I did get their pics. I did, since I had taken photos, I felt ballsy enough to ask them, "Do you mind if I have your pics? Can I have not I didn't like demand it. I was like, it'd be cool if I got, you know." So then Kana gave me hers, and then she plays with the jazz, picked the smaller ones, and then Minaho gave me hers as well. So that was really nice. I was really happy to get those. I prefer picks over like a lot of other merch, just being a guitarist myself. Um, so yeah, I mean, just I do love their songs. I do love their energy. Um, yeah, and the performance just like it blows me away. Like it just fills the room. There's just so much life in them, and I love bands that can do that. Um, Gangire, or it's spelled like gun, gire, but Gangire. Um, was thinking of attending that show that Ryan will be at on June 29th with Gangire as well as Dragdown, but Bright Ear is performing that day as well, um, with this show. The Ascension, it is at Daikanyama Unit. What's going on, Chris? And they will be performing for sure. I'd say at least a couple of their new songs. I can't imagine it would just be Still Burning, their new single that's out with the music video. But yeah, so it will have to be another time. And oh, so the thing that I wanted to mention is that there were three other bands that played before Let It Out today. One of them is called Asnig, which is the reverse of Ginza, which is an area in Tokyo. Um, the other was a band called Sierra, a very young group, and the other was also a young group called Ademas Ale. The first group, they're a bit older. I thought their music wasn't bad, so I checked out their website a few days ago, and apparently they're all working men, and according to Japanese law, since they are working with companies, they can't make money through their performances. So they make no money doing any of the performances. I forgot exactly what they said they do with it, whether they give it away or donate or something. Um, Sierra, very young, and then Ademas Ale, very young. None of them were bad. Um, I'll start with Sierra. A young group, you could tell just by looking at them. They're like probably early 20s. Um, and it was sort of a slow and a rough start for them. But as they started getting comfortable, you could really see the energy and their confidence start to build and just having fun. And it just goes to remind you that, or like as I was watching them, it's like you really need to own the stage. You can't just kind of go in there and like dilly dally. You can't just hope things happen. Like you got to go in there and make things happen. And I think at first, because there was that unsurety about them, you could really feel that. And it's like when someone is embarrassed or being embarrassed, you feel embarrassed for them. And when someone feels awkward, you can feel that energy as well. When someone lacks confidence, you feel that energy and it actually gets conveyed to you as well, and you feel that. So I'm really glad that they picked up like as they continued their stage and their set, and then like as they really got into it, you're like, there you go. That's what it is. That's what you need. That's what you have to do. Just own it the minute you get out. Um, like one of the best live performing bands for me is Hades, and it's not because I'm friends with them, but it's that just happened. I just happen to love Hades, but the confidence and the fun and just the comfort that they have, it's conveyed the entire time, and there's never a break in it. There's never like um you know because faces, you catch like the smallest things. And so I was really glad to see them really pick it up and start owning the stage as they were up there. And by the end, I mean, like, I had a good time. In the beginning, I was like, oh my God, what is this? But it got a lot better. Stylistically, it isn't quite my thing. There was a lot of voice modulation and auto tuning going on, which doesn't work for me that much. At times, I don't mind it as much as other people when it's called for. But still, I enjoyed the performance. Going back to Asnig, the first band that was up, a bit older, but their songs actually aren't bad. They're um, who do I say? I guess it's a little bit like a little bit emo screamo, um, but it was good. I enjoyed their songs. I think their performance could have been better. Um, I think especially with that type of music, I don't think I'm a critical person, and I definitely, of course, don't want any bands to fail. Like the last thing that you want is someone kind of shitting on bands for not being good enough. And I know there are YouTubers that do that, there are critics that do that all the time, and that's the last thing that I ever want to do. I mean, there's people putting out their lives, jumping out there, and really risking a lot. So I think people are too quick to speak, too quick to type, and they don't realize the effect that they can have on someone's career. So, but I do think that, especially in this line of music and genre, there needs to be that energy. There needs to be a bit more to performance. Um, and so, yeah, but I enjoyed the music. And the last band, Ademas Ale, I think one of them, yeah, the lead singer had a Survive Said the Prophet shirt. Or is it Survive the Prophet? I forget the name of the band. One of you guys knows. Um, they weren't bad, but again, they're young. So, they will grow into their shoes. And hopefully all these other bands do too. But mm, I think when you see a band that owns it and that it has the confidence and the comfort and the fun and the energy and the ability to connect with the crowd, like there's that stark difference. Um, like for me, I think Let It Out is a band that owns the stage when they're up there. They really have so much fun. Um, it's it's not quite everybody was kung fu fighting, but like the kicks, the kicks are going up in the air. Like the way that they sing to perform, they play. Like there's just so much confidence, and it's not arrogant, and it's fine if that's there too, to be honest. But um, yeah, it's I have the privilege of seeing so many of these bands live, not just hearing their audio, you know? And so to me, it does make a difference. It does make a difference in terms of how they look, how they perform, how they present, how they connect. Like that's a huge part to me, of someone's music now because of sort of where I'm traveling, what I'm in. And it's not the same way for everyone, and that's fine. That's totally fine. And I think, um, if you're enjoying a band and their music, then like that's awesome. But that difference of when you're seeing a band live just makes a difference. And so, anyhow, I really was just glad to see Let It Out again. Um, Last night was cool. Arc Royal was there. I'm not totally interested in music, but it's good music. Even though I'm not totally into it, it is good music. And they have two new members, the bassist and the guitarist, the lead guitarist. Because Marsa, bassist last year, and Ika last year they left. Now it is Noiko, and then I forgot the bassist's name, but they're really fun, and there's a lot of energy in there too. Um, and the guitarist in particular, there's this fun, goofy quality to her that I really like. She just really smiles and she's really happy and like that. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that's how these bands are going to stay, but I'm saying that where they are at now, this is what I see. So don't get me wrong. I'm not putting them down. I'm not being aware. Like I was a musician for a long time, so I'm very aware of how it goes. Like I've been there. I know how it feels. I know what it's like. But that's not to say that you don't acknowledge how something is at that moment. So, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I wish them well, and I hope they do pick things up, and I hope that they do really get more comfortable. But yeah, there are people who, some people just have it. Let's say that. Um, and I think when you are in such a dense, dense place like Tokyo with so many bands, you really don't have that much time. You can't afford to kind of slowly figure things out. Like you got to really pick things up and start moving. Sometimes there's magic, sometimes there's chemistry. Oh, no problem, no problem. But I do have to go soon. I think if I do get a phone call from Sara, then I'm gonna have to take it. So, oh, and Ryan Muir has music news right now, so you guys can hop on over to his channel. Um, so yeah, I'll stay on for a couple more minutes. I think she wants me to call her, so it's okay. But yeah, always thrilled with Let It Out. Always happy to see them again. And I hope, yeah, they're another band that I don't love every band I see, and I don't speak this effusively about every band, but there are certain bands I just connect with for whatever reason it is, musically and performance wise. Um, yeah, yeah, no, absolutely. I think a lot of people just don't know about them, and they're just so good. And that's the hard thing too, is that especially with the band like Let It Out, it's not only their music, but like their live performance is incredible. And yeah, yeah, banana. Um, their live performance is just so much fun. And I love it. I love it when a band can have fun. Um, I think I've changed. People have their phases and their stages of music and what they're into. Like I was really into Radiohead, the serious, the very just like very musical. I loved like I'll do that. The arrogance that some people have, um, the sweetness, the very emotional part. And I do love that too. But for me, especially these days, especially again with this genre of music, I gotta say, like, I want to have fun. If I'm listening to like hard rock and metal and I'm at a show and like I want to get down and get crazy and enjoy myself. Not that I am these days because I'm doing a lot of photos for these bands, but yeah, it's got to be more than just good music. And that's my take from where I'm coming from, and it could be different from yours, and that's totally fine. Um, yeah, so that was this weekend. That was week 10, and I'm really happy to have seen the girls again. Once again, these are their two albums, Taste Them All and Hybrid L. Definitely check both of them out. And as I always say, it's better to listen to everything, everything, because you may find stuff you don't like, but you may find stuff you do like. So, um, yeah, there's hit and miss on an album, any given album. So most of the time, most of the time. But yeah, and then next week, it's gonna be pretty exciting with the warning being here and with Bandmade. I do think with I do think with bands as ferociously creative and hungry as Bandmade and The Warning are, I absolutely can't imagine them not doing something together musically. I doubt that The Warning is here just to sort of sightsee and kind of have fun before their shows. Um, are you kidding me? If you had a chance to hang out with Bandmade or a chance to write music with Bandmade and play with them, as a musician, former musician, I would play with them because that's just like, what the hell? That's special. Like that to me is just you can't take that away. Um, yeah. So that's gonna be next Wednesday, and then my family is gonna be in town as well. um, oh shoot, I totally forgot. Next weekend, not Hades. You're talking about Hagane. Hagane, Life Goes On. Um, next Saturday, what the first? Next Saturday is Saiseiga. Sorry, Saiseiga, they're one man. Hold on, let me. Can't believe I forgot this. Okay, so I'm done with this. Saiseiga is Saturday. I may possibly go to Thundersnake on Sunday for Watanabe-san, the owner of Thundersnake, for his birthday. I'll have to contact him and see. And then there's Bandmade on the 12th next Wednesday. And then there is another show coming up here with Leopard Death and um this group, Amelia. It was given to me by one of the staff who also works at Crescendo. Her name is Asamin-san. So she actually gave this to me to check out and started talking a bit last night when I was there. So it's kind of cool getting free CDs now. That's kind of a thing. Um, but yeah, my family will be here. My family will be here um, in a couple of weeks, and so that's gonna kind of change things too. So yeah, okay. I'm gonna stop it here. It's a quick 30-minute live stream. Um, I don't. They're gonna be in Korea first, and then they're gonna come here. I should get them to bring me some Korean food stuff. Holy crap, that's a good idea. I didn't think of that. They'll be here for a week, so yeah. I really would love to keep on talking with you guys, but there's some work that needs to be done. I'm so sorry. Even though I know this is work as well, but it's also kind of hanging out. So thank you guys for hanging out with me just for this first half hour. Um, it's getting better. Oh, I went to a clinic. They checked it out. Nothing is broken, no bones, no torn ligaments. So even though I'm in pain, it's okay. I'll be okay. So yeah. All right, guys. I do have to take off. Go join Ryan Mir. Tell him that Peter said hi and that I sent you guys to him. But you guys probably would have gone anyway. So I'm gonna go. I'll talk to you guys later, and we'll talk some more, and I'll throw more information out later. Okay, guys? Oh, and again, by the way, I did end up interviewing Miley before this live stream, like right before. So expect an interview with her soon as well. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you. I'll see you again. Enjoy your Sunday, and yeah, stay healthy, eat some good food, and I'll talk to you guys again. Okay? Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening. Bye.